Hi, my name is Adam Douglas, and I'm here at California Baptist University, where I wanted to ask students about their thoughts on the past Democratic debate that happened last week.
All right, so what's your name?
Tatiana.
How do you feel, Tatiana, about minimum wage being $15?
I don't really agree on it, just because people don't necessarily would try as hard anymore. They'd be like, okay, I'm good right here, and like $15 is enough. But like, you need to succeed in life. You need to like actually try in life. And $15 just being minimum wage is like, whatever. You know, like I'm not gonna try anymore. I'm just gonna give up.
Okay.
Be fine right here.
I think there's more to it just being $15 an hour and that's it.
Yeah.
It's more of a complex issue to just give a statement of 15 to everybody without taking consideration the risks of the costs of products, services, goods, jobs and whatnot. It is an ambitious plan for sure, no doubt, but I don't think we're ready for 15 wage nationwide. Maybe at some point, but not right now.
So how do you feel about presidential candidates such as Andrew Yang running for president without having any political experience?
That's a tough one. I would think that honestly, I would say you need political experience before you become president.
Right.
But it's like maybe like a very nano 1%. It might be. It's like one of those things where I probably wouldn't be so pay attention to that candidate to actually take them seriously.
Okay.
Because I want someone who at least knows how to run, even at least a city for mayor, something small, something that doesn't.
Right. Okay.
Well, the thing with politicians is that more often than not, they promise to stay in power for political reasons and to have other substituents to appease them. So, having experience is beneficial, no doubt about it. But at the same time, I prefer more of a business person to have that kind of position because businesses have to keep account of themselves. If their business does not make their quota, they go under or they are outcompeted by another business or company.
Okay.
Just the thing is that with politicians, it's easy for them to lie, cheat, and steal and stay in power for decades to come because they know they're going to be getting that money. And with their political status, their finances are just going to go through the roof.
The mayor of South Bend, Indiana is proposing a bill that would allow people to work for 1 year so that they could be debt-free. How would you feel about something like that?
I think it's a good idea. It's similar to loan forgiveness,
Right.
which I think is a nice way for students to like after the degree repay in some way so they can get back into like the working field and then actually go and live their lives.
Yeah.
But in a way, I can see like another side saying that it isn't unfair because there's been generations before us who didn't get this opportunity, and a year is a relatively short amount of time.
Yeah.
And then the like vast differences between the government where it could vary. You could have someone working for the post office, someone that may become like a public defender or something like that. They're two different jobs. So I think it needs to be a lot more of like a restriction on what it would have to be. But I like the idea that you could work it off as like a thank you to the government for helping you out.
I believe that we should work under the government for 1 year so we could pay off our student loans so we don't have to pay them off. And yeah, so I believe that we should work under the government because it really gives us a lot of time and a lot of money for us to save so we can spend on other things like I said earlier. So yes, I do believe that.
So in the presidential debate, they talked about tuition-free college loans. How would you feel about something like that?
Well, part of it does seem exciting at the prospect, but it being free and of God of some sort, I mean, that's a bit of a complex issue, I would say, as well. As to, one, how's it going to be paid off? I mean, is it going to be forgiven? What about contracts made with other banks and third-party insuring companies and agencies? I mean, does that just poof go away? I mean, I don't think it's as simple as that. Two, the big one is, if it is taken up, fine, who's going to pay for all of those services?
Right.
It's not going to just poof, snap your fingers, no. I mean, can it happen? Perhaps.
So President Donald Trump signed a tax act that gives tax cuts to the wealthy and people who own big businesses, while people like us still have to pay taxes, if not more than them. How do you feel about that?
Me personally, I feel like it kind of sucks because I work so hard for my money and I do so much hard work at my job, and so like losing 40% of my paycheck to like going to taxes and the government is just not it's not fair when people work so hard for what they do and like they don't even receive half of what they do.
Right.
I think that's super unfair, and I think that the wealthy and the poor, no matter what you are, I think everyone should pay equally for taxes. I don't think it should matter if you're middle class, you're poor, or if you're super wealthy. Everyone should pay the same.
The presidential election is scheduled for Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. If you're 18 or an American citizen, make sure you get out there and vote.